Hi, I'm Doug Gentili, president of James II Association. As most of you know, I'm going through double chemotherapy for advanced cancer. Praise be to God, I don't have any fear of this disease. And God has just done something really amazing. Most of you know that I have a calling for suspense drama, to write Christian suspense drama novels. And the first one, Nuclear Terror and the Jude Verrett Resurrection, was launched about 3 or 4 months ago as both a Kindle book, linked to my website, and limited print. And it's one of the few Christian suspense thriller books out there. This is an amazing project which God is doing, because there is almost a total disconnect between Christian fiction in the suspense drama or suspense thriller market. That's books and movies. Christian drama is usually just standard drama, but then when you get into the thrillers and the action and the adventure and everything, it's usually totally godless themes, and there's cursing and sex scenes and things like that. Well, God has given me the calling, I believe, to try to bridge that, so you have Christian, family-friendly, faith-based suspense thriller books. And he has given me the ability to finalize 2 more of these books. Nuclear Terror and the Jude Verrett Resurrection is well received, and the 2 new books are called Autumn in America and Caesar Augustus. These books, all 3 of the books, even though there are Kindle versions, ebooks, for $4.95, I'm really emphasizing that I'm giving them out for free on my website, because I want to just reach out and entertain as many people as possible, but also share biblical truth as part of these suspense thriller books. Now these books are just raw entertainment. They have all the plot, and interesting characters, and twists and turns of suspense. Of the standard blockbuster movies you want to see. And now there are 3 of them. The last 2, I've been working to, I've been dabbling with for years, and even while doing double chemo, I was able to finish these books, edit them, finalize them, format them, put covers on them, and now they're attached to the website. So you'll find all 3 books as PDFs on the website. And so just to give you a quick summary, and you'll see summaries of all 3 books on the website too. But the first book, who I call the miracle book, because the way God just downloaded the book in my brain, and the scene just flowed right in front of me. Nuclear Terror and the Jude Verrett Resurrection is about a CIA agent who is chasing down nuclear terrorists around the world, and other threats against U.S. national security. It's set in the U.S., South Pacific, and Latin America, and it's very and all 3 of these books, by the way, are very multi-ethnic, because they are meant to support multi-ethnic ministry. And if I get any proceeds from any of these books, I'm giving all the Christian charity, probably toward expenses for the multi-ethnic ministry. I'm not keeping a dime in my pocket, because these are God's books. These are an opportunity to really make a statement, and do something very unique, and that is have Christian faith-based suspense thrillers, which are almost non-existent. My family and I, and my ministry friends and everybody, were just really excited about getting these books out there. And so the summary of the first book, or the first new book, Autumn in America, that's basically about an FBI strike force which is taking on a vicious national crime syndicate which is involved in domestic terrorism. So characters are interesting. The plot is, it's fun. It's fast moving. all three of these books, by the way, are very screen ready. So so if we do get sponsors, it can be easily converted into screenplay. With the expertise and the software, the screenplay conversion can be done by professionals in 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, that's how slick these books are. The third, or the second new book, and the third book is called Ottoman America, and that is about a corrupt and abusive politician, Speaker of the House, who becomes President of the United States, and citizen dynamics leading up to that, and how citizens react once this person becomes President of the United States. It was timed to the 2016 election because of the interest. It's not targeted toward any particular person, but there may be some interest in 2016, since we do have an election right now. So again, I just want to encourage all you viewers out there to go on my website and read these 3 books. My website is www.racialreconciliationinchurches.com. Again, that is www.racialreconciliationinchurches.com. And then you'll see the summaries to kind of whet your appetite and get your interest up, and then you can read all 3 books. And basically what we're trying to accomplish with these books, we're breaking new ground in the entertainment industry, building that crosswalk between Christian fiction and suspense thrillers, which hardly exists at all now. So my objective is that you read these books, and we are trying to get sponsorship, not because we are trying to get rich, but when you get sponsorship, when money's behind it for name recognition, promotion of books, and or blockbuster movie, it just reaches more people. It entertains more people, and it encourages more people with family-friendly and faith themes. So if you have any ideas for sponsorship, please email me at Doug_Gentile, Gentile, @yahoo.com. Again, it's Doug_Gentile, Gentile, @yahoo.com. And again, if any one or more of these books become a blockbuster sponsored movie or name recognized book promotion, any royalties I get, I'm giving to charity. I'm not keeping a dime in my pocket, because this is an amazing project which God has empowered me to do through this cancer chemotherapy. And and I'm looking forward, to the sponsorship, if possible, just to get it out there in different nations, different parts of the world, all over the United States, just to entertain people, and also show a faith, family-friendly message, but also, if there is money to be made, my royalties will go to enhance racial reconciliation, racial unity ministry, which is also a very unique calling that I have, because as you all know, there is a lot of division, racial division in Christian churches, and a strongly united church is stronger to take on the problems in America, and non-Christians would be more open to Christianity if they see a united church and racial reconciliation in the churches. So the ultimate objective of this whole thing is to just love people, encourage people, entertain people, but also speak gospel truth of Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection, that we have eternal life when we believe it. So thank you again. I'm excited about this, even though I'm obviously less than 100% with all these cancer chemo symptoms. Another 11 weeks of chemo, but I'm just excited about launching these books. The Nuclear Terror, the Judy Verrett, the Resurrection has been well out there, and now these 2 new books, Ottoman America and Caesar Augustus, ready to make a big splash out there. I want it to be a huge